Let's go ahead and sit tall, take some full breaths. Our quote, our thought for today is that contentment is the art of finding joy in simplicity. Contentment is the art of finding joy in simplicity. So let's take an easy seat. Maybe today you mix it up. If you always sit the same way, you might try something else. Remember, you can always change if it doesn't work. We'll just be here for a couple of minutes. And then if you like, you can bring your hands into Guru Mudra. That's basically the thumbs up, fingers curled in, index thumbs, thumbs released and pointing up. Good, and then you can rest your hands on your lap, sitting tall with some dignity. You might slide the shoulders back and down, draw the chin back in space a little lift through the chest, little engagement through the core, sinking down through the hips. And here, notice the parts of you connected to the ground. Imagine that you could root down into them. If you're a plant person, think about new roots sprouting, those little nodes and nodules. Imagine that coming from the parts of you connecting to the ground, and sense them rooting down, digging down deep, breaking through the surface of the ground beneath you, anchoring into something deeper beyond. As you root down, you might notice a sense of rising up. You might even think of buoyancy, of lifting and lightening through the spine. You can stay with these sensations and intentions, or shift your attention now to the breath, trying to breathe through your nostrils. Our noses are these amazing little filtration systems we take with us everywhere. Breathing in and out through the nose. Contentment is the art of finding joy in simplicity. If it feels authentic, you might even notice this breath with a sense of awe or wonder, joy. How incredible to be breathing in the atmosphere, receiving the nourishment our bodies need to function. And that when we breathe out, we give back to nature. We're part of this bigger cycle. As you breathe in, notice the temperature. As you breathe out, notice the temperature slightly changed. A reminder that we're always having an effect, an impact on the world around us. And slow breath in. Sigh it out. Another. Next breath in, let's open the hands out wide, sweep the arms out and up, maybe lifting your gaze. Breathing out, lower the arms down, give yourself a gentle twist to the right. Stay here for a breath. And release to center. Next inhale, stretch your arms out and up. Exhale, twist to your left, lowering the arms down. After a breath or so, release to center. Let's go ahead and stretch the legs long in front of us. You might bounce the legs a little bit. And then keeping the heart lifted, but the legs pretty soft and relaxed, lean forward just until you feel a little stretch, and notice where you feel it. For some of us, it'll be behind the legs. For some, it'll be more in the low back and hips. Maybe you're getting it somewhere else. Let's keep lifting the heart, lengthening the spine. Take another breath in. And noticing where you feel those stretch sensations, exhale, start to round the spine, let the head hang heavy. Notice if where you feel sensation changes, transforms. And inhale, we'll sit up tall. Bend your right leg, planting the right foot. Remember, we can always scoop the belly out of the way. Regardless of our size, we've got some tissue there, so scooching that, then hooking the left arm around the right leg, take a twist to the right. As we arrive here, maybe you like to lift your left arm up, stretch through the torso, and then bring the left arm down on the right thigh or the outside of it. And then we could start to push through our left heel, so engaging that left leg a bit more. We're sitting tall. You could start to rotate your head, looking back over your right shoulder. And then release this twist facing forward. Now let's see if we can pick up the right foot with the left hand. And then start to extend your right leg. It's fine to keep a bend in it. Sit up a little taller and then rotate to the right again, stretching the right arm back. Maybe you look back towards your right thumb. Imagine dropping your right hip a little heavier into the ground as you lift your heart. Another breath here. And release. We'll set the right leg down, stretch it long. Bend your left knee. Again, you could scoot the belly out of the way and then hook the right arm around the left leg. Take a twist. Left hand like a little kickstand back behind you. You could stay just like this or stretch the right arm up. See if you could find a little more space in the torso. Try to keep that space as you bring the right elbow down on the left thigh. And then you might push through the right heel a little more. Breathing, we can look back over the left shoulder. Go ahead and softly release that twist. See if you can pick up the left foot with the right hand. Kick the leg long in front of you. Lift your heart. Rotate to the left again, stretching the left arm back if you can. Imagine dropping that left hip deeper into the ground, lifting the heart and the crown a little higher into the sky, and trying to look back towards your left thumb. Breathe here. Another breath and let yourself release. Facing forward, stretching the left leg long and then fold right back down into your seated forward fold. And you could do this with the spine extended or rounded. And just notice if things feel a little different. Maybe you made it a little farther, maybe not. Depends. We can have bone-on-bone compression and just be at our edge. Another breath. And let yourself sit up. Let's come on into tabletop. As you arrive in tabletop, a few rounds of cow and cat. Nice flexion and extension of the spine. The next time you arch up to cat pose, pause there, maybe come up to fingertips. Really push the ground away, big breath in. Exhale, send the hips back towards the heels. Take a breath there, child's pose. And then let's lower our elbows. You can let the hips lift a little bit. Weave the left arm under the right, coming into a twist. And just take a breath here. Try to breathe into the left shoulder blade area. And then we'll unweave, planting the left forearm, weaving the right arm underneath that. Now trying to breathe into the right shoulder blade area. And releasing it. Planting your hands, tabletop pose. Tuck the right toes, then push them back on the mat, keeping the right toes on the ground for this moment. Push back through your right heel, so that way we're getting a stretch through the calf muscles. There's actually not a ton of ways to isolate the calf muscles for a stretch, so give this a moment. Big breath in, breathe it out. Maybe you can push your hands into the ground a little more. Another breath. And then with your core engaged, you might try lifting your right toes off of the ground. Imagine the right toes pointing over to the left, so we have some internal rotation in the hip. And then we could try stretching the left arm to the distance, reaching the foot and fingertips in opposite directions. Keep engaging your core, keep pushing the ground away through the right hand. You could stay here or bend your right knee, sweep your left arm back. Maybe you make contact with hand and foot, maybe not, it's okay. Taking a breath wherever you go. It's fine to wobble. And then we'll release. Setting left hand and right knee down. Inhale, reach your right arm up, twisting open to the right. Good. Exhale, thread the needle, right shoulder towards the middle of the mat. Take a breath here. And push into the left hand, reaching the right arm up. Big breath in. And set the right hand down. Now let's tuck the left toes, push them back on the mat. Then we'll keep pushing back through the left heel, pausing here. Notice your left calf muscles. It takes time for our fascia, our connective tissue, to kind of respond to the stretch. So staying for a couple more breaths. Actively pushing back through the left heel. You could push the top of the right foot down into the ground. Push the hands into the ground. Notice how we're creating a little more space in our joints when we do that. And then if you'd like, try lifting the left toes off of the ground. And then we'll try to kind of point them over to the right. So that brings internal rotation in the left femur or hip. Stretching that left foot back as far as you can, core engaged. Maybe you float the right arm up. Reaching as far as you can, big stretch. You could stay here breathing, this is enough. You could also bend your left knee, sweep the right arm back. Maybe you make contact with the left foot. If you do, you can kind of kick into the hand. Good, then breathing will release. It's nice and slow. Setting left hand and right hand and left knee down. And then we'll inhale the left hand up, twisting open to the left. Exhale, thread the needle, left shoulder coming towards the middle of the mat. Taking a breath there. All right, hands and knees, then release that stretch. So let's push into the right hand, lifting the left arm up, twisting open to the left, setting the left hand down. There we are in tabletop. Tuck your toes, take an inhale. Exhale, lift the knees, lift the hips. We're pressing the chest towards the thighs. Downward facing dog. Take any movement that feels nice to you here. That can always include switching into a forward fold or a dolphin pose if your body needs that. And let's say a few breaths more. From your down dog, walk the feet out a little wider, soften your knees, and then walk your hands back about halfway. So we're in either a really short down dog or just a wide forward fold. And then reach your left hand towards the outside of your right ankle. Maybe you could slide your fingers under your right heel and turn to peek under your right armpit. Imagine pulling your right hip up and back higher. Pushing into the right hand or fingertips a little bit more. So a twist and a down dog. And then release, we'll go right on to the other side. So right hand into the left ankle or maybe under the heel. peeking under your left armpit. Then press the hip up and back towards the sky. Just getting a stretch through the side body. Push your left fingertips into the ground a little more. And release. Now we'll come to forward fold at the back of the mat. You can heel toe the feet closer together. Hang heavy. On an inhale, lift up halfway. Soft knees, right hand can slide to the low back and twist open to the right. Return to neutral. You can fold all the way down. Then we'll lift up halfway. Left hand to your low back, twist open to the left. And release, folding down. Inhale, rise all the way up. Big stretch to the sky. Exhale, hands to your heart. Take a little chair pose. Shift the weight into your left leg. Come up to the right toes. Engage the core. Now maybe you keep the toes on the ground and drag that foot forward. Maybe you lift the right knee up towards your chest and then set the right heel down. We'll shift our weight forward into the right leg, taking our super slow walk to the top of the mat. Left toes can drag forward, or maybe you lift the left knee and then set the left heel down, shifting the weight into the left leg. Keep going. We'll make our way to the top of the mat. Nice. As you arrive at the top, we can drop the arms down, stand tall. Feel your feet now rooting into the ground, just the way we did when we were seated. Imagine roots breaking through, anchoring all the way down. On an inhale, stretch your arms out and up. Pause here. You can keep breathing. Just like we're sending roots down into the ground, imagine energetically you're reaching up to the sky and to the great beyond. Keep reaching. Big breath in. Exhale, take your time, swan diving forward and down, coming all the way into your forward fold. Plant the hands and let's step the right foot back in space. You could drop the knee if you want, otherwise go ahead and keep it lifted. We'll just pass through here. Inhale, twisting open to the left. Exhale, bring your left hand back down to the ground, step back. You can come right into downward dog if chaturanga is no good for you. Otherwise, we'll come into plank pose. Inhale, forward on the tiptoes. Exhale, bend the elbows, lowering down a little. Untuck your toes. Inhale, straighten the arms, upward facing dog. Exhale, we're all meeting in down dog. Take a slow breath in. Sigh it out. Again. One more. Let's swing the right leg back and up, three-legged dog. You could bend the right knee and lift it. Again, this is if you like wild thing, go ahead and step that right foot behind you, flip the belly up to the sky and just pass through. If you're staying in three-legged dog, bending the knee and stacking the hips, great way to get a twist in the spine. Imagine dropping the right shoulder, that'll help the spine actually twist. And then we'll all return to three-legged dog, big breath in. And breathing out, step or swing the right foot to the top of the mat. Inhale, reach your right arm up, passing through a twist. Exhale, set the right hand down and step the left foot up, forward fold. Take your time, breathing in, rising up. And exhale, hands to your heart. Take a couple breaths. All right, let's inhale to reach up and exhale, fold down. Hands touching the ground, left foot steps back. Let's try to rise up, stretching the arms up. Now, if balancing on the left toes doesn't work, just plant the foot. Our hips and our heart are facing forward, big inhale. Exhale, take a little tilt over to the right side, so the arms are stretching up and over to the right. Breathing, let's come back to center, and then hands come all the way down to the ground. Step the right foot back, coming right into down dog. If you want to chaturanga, inhale forward to plank, forward on the toes. Exhale, lowering down a little. Inhale, upward facing dog. On your exhale, downward facing dog. Keep breathing. Let's try to sweep the left leg back and up. Bend the left knee, lift it. Maybe stack the left hip on the right. Great place to stay. You could also try stepping that left foot back behind you, flipping your belly up towards the sky if Wild Thing Kamatkarasana is in your wheelhouse. Otherwise, staying in three-legged dog, another breath or two. If you're in three-legged dog, remember trying to keep the left shoulder down now while we lift the left leg. And then let's all re-extend the left leg, three-legged dog, look forward. Exhale, step or swing left foot to the top of the mat. Ooh, give yourself a couple breaths, and when you feel ready for it, try to reach your arms up. Anjaneyasana, crescent lunge. We could always plant the foot and take warrior one instead. Very similar stretches. And then try to reach up and over to the left side like a palm tree. Keep breathing. Come back to center. Inhale. Exhale, hands to the ground. Step the right foot up, fold forward. Inhale, rise all the way up. And exhale, hands to your heart. Give yourself a few breaths to recalibrate from all that effort. Notice the feeling of your feet on the ground. Notice the feeling of air on any part of yourself, maybe not covered by fabric. Let's intentionally hug the core muscles in a little bit. Shift the weight into your left leg. As you do that, squeeze the left gluteal muscles. So we're intentionally engaging these really big, strong muscles. And come up to the right toes. Hands can press together at the center of your heart. Try to lift the heart, lift the crown of the head. Big breath in. Exhale, take a twist to your right. You could stay just like this, pushing the hands into each other. You could stretch the arms out wide. You might try to look back towards your right thumb. You could stay just like this, right toes on the ground. Or you might start to lift the right foot off of the ground. So we're in a twist, bringing some balance into the left leg. Keep the left toes light. Try to root down through the big toe joint, pinky toe joint, center of the heel. Depending on how this is going, maybe you bring your left hand under the right thigh, or some folks like to cross it up and over. That might help you have a little more leverage for a twist. Another option is to reach for your foot and kick the right leg long. Well, longish. Bend in the knee is always fine. Our real focus is on finding a twist, finding balance, finding our breath. And wherever you are, however it's going, keep breathing. And let yourself think of something about what's happening right now that you can feel joy or contentment with. It can always be just the act of showing up. That is a reason to feel content with yourself. Okay, let's go ahead and release, setting your right foot down. Let the arms hang by your sides. Maybe you shake them out. Maybe you soften your knees and bounce a little bit. Maybe you're just standing still. Good. Give yourself a couple more breaths, whatever feels right to help you recalibrate. Okay, when you're ready, let's come back to stillness. Notice the body. It would make sense if we felt a little uneven right now. So we don't have to judge that. Just notice if you feel sensation on one side and not the other. And let's bring our hands together at our heart. We could still be noticing, pushing the hands together, feet rooting down, heart lifting. Shift the weight into your right leg. As you do that, intentionally squeeze, engage the right gluteal muscles. We could go ahead and practice right now, keeping the right toes light. Coming up to the left toes, hands pushing together in front of your heart. Big breath in. Core muscles engaged. Exhale, take a twist to the left. When our core muscles are engaged, we're probably not going to twist as deeply because those muscles are taut, but that's going to help us balance. You could stretch your arms out if you want. You might try looking back towards your left thumb. Wonderful place to stay. We're definitely balancing because we're standing upright. Carrying more weight into the right leg, you might start to lift the left knee up towards your chest any amount. You could stay here, breathing, working with this. Maybe you support the left thigh, reaching under it or over it. Depending on how this is going, maybe you reach for your left foot and start to kick it straight in front of you. I said straight again. Kick it crooked in front of you. Maybe you can extend it, maybe not. Either way, we're pushing the right foot down into the ground. We're keeping the heart lifted, trying to look back towards the left thumb so there is a twist from the tippy top of our spine all the way down. Keep the breath moving, even if the body is, wobbly or coming in and out of this effort. Just keep breathing. Stay just long enough to think of another thing you feel contentment or pleasure with. Acknowledging your strength, let's go ahead and release as you feel ready. Settling your left foot down, pause, notice sensations. And you could shake your arms out, bounce your body. Couple breaths here. Wonderful. On an inhale, reach out and up, sweeping the arms up. Exhale, drape yourself all the way down, and then bring yourself down to your seat. Let's pause here. The knees can be up, feet relatively planted. Bring your arms on the inside of your legs, reaching towards your feet. Drop your chin towards your chest. Take a couple breaths here. You might imagine kind of doing the cat arch, pressing the spine back. And then sit up tall and roll on down to your spine. As you get there, maybe today having the feet on the ground, knees knocking together is what feels best. Maybe it's stretching the legs out long. Breathe and give yourself a moment of rest. Contentment is the art of finding joy in simplicity. Breathing, you can bring yourself back up to an easy seat when you feel ready. And let's bring our hands together at our hearts, offer ourselves a bow of acknowledgement for our efforts, acknowledgement of the ancient roots of these practices and their intention to help uplift humans and the world. And if you'd like to chant Om, let's take a big breath in. Om. Deep bow of gratitude. Thank you for being here. Happy birthday to my mama. If you like the Beatles, then hang out with me for a second here.